Today I'm gonna tell you 5 things that husbands or boyfriends don't tell you. Boom! Cześć ludzie! What's up everyone? Welcome to VIGO'S Dad. Today we're gonna have a... You know what? Now that I think about it, let's go out. Okay, let's try that again. Boom! Cześć ludzie! What's up everyone? I don't know, today I felt a little claustrophobic, you know? Like, why stay in the studio? Let's just go out and record this episode outside. I'm ready for this. Today I'm gonna tell you 5 things that... Okay, number 1, we don't know how to do it. You know, guys don't like to admit that we don't know how to do something. Our ego gets a little bit inflated when it comes time to prove that we can achieve goals. The particular thing about goals and achievement is that it requires failure for you to actually achieve your goals. Wait, did that make sense? It takes failure to become successful. But see, you have to understand, this goes far back when we were in high school. You know, girls were being nice to each other, friendly and all that good stuff, whereas guys were, you know, bantering on each other, picking one another and saying, you don't know how to play basketball, you don't know how to talk to girls, you don't know how to drive yet. And that's why you get those half-finished tasks around the house, like a badly put together armchair or a pipe that keeps leaking all the time. And basically, what happens is that your boyfriend or husband cannot bring himself to admit that he just does not know how to do it. We hate it when you don't listen to us. We are problem solvers by nature. It's not that we are domineering dictators, that we need to have the last say on what, when, and how things are done. Well, there are some assholes like that, but please don't go out with those guys. But when we see you struggling with something, the immediate response is to problem solve, which is really funny because we cannot freaking organize the house, but when it comes to problem solving, we become Terminators. Problems. Boom. When you girls are working through a problem, you narrate, you explain, this is driving me crazy. I don't know how to do this.
I'm gonna smash this computer in half.
And us guys, being the problem-solving Terminators that we are, we immediately want to jump in and save you, solve the problem, be useful. And it's very difficult for us to micro-read that you don't really need our help. You're just working through your own situation. Very big disclaimer here. There are many women that do not need the help of any man or anyone to deal with anything. A lot of women are incredibly self-sufficient. I was raised by a single mom that did everything by herself. She even had a toolbox with wires, screwdrivers, and drills. Number 3, we are scared. This is a really serious one, a source for a lot of headaches, a lot of lack of sleep, even depression for some men. We were raised under this outdated concept that we are the man of the house, that we are the big kahuna, that we are the ones responsible for the well-being and the protection of everyone in the household. And someone that is supposed to be a strong figure cannot show that he is scared. And a big problem with that is that you are suppressing emotions that are extremely important for your well-being. Being able to admit that you are scared, first of all, is acknowledging an emotion that you have and not burying it deep down inside, only to have it come out when it's a little bit too late. But also reaching out and connecting with people and understanding that you are not alone, that others also feel the way you feel. And this issue of not being able to express fear is not only with family, this also happens with friends. And you know, guys don't tend to pick up the phone and just call a friend and say, hey man, I really have to talk to you about something. I'm actually quite scared. I don't know what to do. This doesn't happen almost at all. So remember, your husbands and your boyfriends fear things like the economy, difficult job situations, that weird mole that appeared just under your arm. And if you're a guy watching this, open up. There are people out there that love you, that are willing to help you deal with your emotions, help your kids, especially the boys, break this unhealthy habit of not being able to express fear. This one is simple. We need you more than you think. Again, this goes back to the idea that men should be self-sufficient. Men should be able to hold their own, be independent. We don't need anyone. We can do it ourselves. But here's the catch. We have not been so self-reliant as we think we have been. Starting from the teenager years, you had your mom there, you had your dad there that was taking care of you, right? Making sure that your mistakes would not cost you too much. Basically, just making sure that you stay alive. And then you get married, you have a family, you have kids, and you think that that job promotion that you got, those 5 kilograms you managed to shed off for the summer, how about those great holiday trips that we've taken through the years, huh? We didn't do that by ourselves. The reality is that our families were there for us. Our kids were there for us, our wives were there for us, family was still there for us. It's important that you know that we need you way more than you think. And all men that are grateful understand this. They know that they would not be able to achieve half of the things that they have achieved if it wasn't because of you, the wives, the family, the kids. Partners that sacrifice their time and their lives to provide things that you need to propel ahead. Kids that bestow never-ending inspiration. And loving parents and friends that complete a whole network of individuals working knowingly or unknowingly towards helping you become the best version of yourself. And finally, we want to be seen as carers, not just as some help. I've never gotten more smiles and happy stares and finger pointing, but in a good way, from strangers than when I'm out in the park with Vigo by myself. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It feels good to have someone, especially if it's a stranger, show happiness towards you and your son. People address Vigo and they tell him things like, oh, how cool it is that daddy's taking care of you. And yeah, it's weird. My wife has gotten comments on how lucky Vigo is that he has a dad that is around, that is so involved in his life. And to be honest, makes me a little bit sad. And you know what? I get it. Historically, and even in present times, men are not the one that are making the biggest sacrifices when kids come into the equation. Like for example, taking long career breaks or getting laid off unjustly. Most of the things that create inequality are created by men. Nevertheless, not all of us husbands and dads and partners want this.
So may I ask you, is that for a YouTube video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you're a YouTuber?
Yeah.
Can I have the channel?
Yeah, it's called VIGO'S Dad.
Oh, okay.
VIGO'S.
Okay, is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, okay. What was that about?
It's like family
okay.
oriented, having kids and stuff like that.
All right. Keep it up then.
All right, cheers, man. And I want to be involved in my son's life. I want to be involved in everything that is going on in his life. And it really pisses off when there are guys out there that have kids and still they don't pay attention and they are not as involved in their children's lives. To me, a real man is one that can be part of his family's life, that can be a huge inspiration for his kids. And the only way to do this is to become a carer, not a help. Be there for every single moment of your kids' lives. So thank you for being nice when you see me at the park with my son and I am cleaning him up after he made a mess all over himself. But please, don't be surprised, because when you see moms doing the same thing with their kids, you're not surprised. You think that's their job. And just like moms, that's my job too, and I love it. What am I missing? Dude, do you really think we should be so candid? I don't know,
What are you talking about?
telling our secrets, things that we don't say. It's better to be honest with it. I don't know. All this honesty, I don't think we should be so honest. No, you're wrong. It's better to be honest. You're wrong.
Better
You're
to say
wrong.
the things,
We're gonna pay for this.
Things
We're
that
gonna
we
pay for
don't
this.
usually
You'll see.
say.
Okay, let's ask them. Ask them.
Trouble.
Okay,
What kind of
do
trouble?
you guys
We're not
really
gonna
think
get
that we
in
should
trouble.
be so honest and
It's
so
better to be
open?
honest.
Did you
Yeah,
think that
we'll
we
see.
should be
Ask them.
something, inside? Boom! That's all, everyone. Thank you for watching this episode. Once again, I'm forgetting the shout out of the day.
Shout out! It's shout out, baby! It's shout out! It's shout out time! It's shout out! It's shout out for you! It's shout out time!
Sadly, Vigo is asleep, so I'm gonna have to do this one by myself. I'm gonna take the app of Vigo's dad, and we're gonna choose one person randomly. And this person. This person is Marta Cipel. Marta Cipel, thank you very much. Dziękuję bardzo. I think that you are a Polish person, so dziękuję. Thank you for commenting, thank you for supporting us, for subscribing to our channel. See you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification to get the notification that we're posting something new, and please, of course, give us a thumbs up, a comment below. See you next week.